the weather did its best to ruin club games throughout Scotland on Saturday. Some were postponed, others abandoned, but the top two in the Premiership did get to play rugby. Gala took on Edinburgh Accies, and similar to in Dublin, it was 11-3 at the turn, with 2 penalties for Gala's Ewan Scott and 1 from Accies' Alex Blair, with Rory Sutherland diving over for a try for the Maroons. Stevie Cairns got a touchdown in the second half, with another forwards try accounting for the third, Ewan Dodds coming up with the ball. The best move of the match came from runaway prop Rory Sutherland with a splendid effort, which certainly deserved 5 points. Gala pushed forward with 15 minutes to go to get that crucial bonus point, and eventually it came, with a Peter Palapoi getting the touchdown.
How was that like to play in those conditions this afternoon? You seem to enjoy yourself out there.
Aye, definitely. Very cold. I think the plan today was just to try and keep the ball in the forwards, keep a tight game with the conditions, and obviously it paid off.
It certainly did indeed. Yeah. The conditions not the best, but the front row, they seem to enjoy that now. In the scrum especially, you seem to be dominate that area today.
Yeah, definitely dominated today. That was the plan, I think, for our goal was forwards big game, and we done that, and it was good to pay off. Yep.
Now, how important was it to bounce back from that result last Saturday?
Extremely important. I think after last Saturday, I mean, that was all at 1 to 15. I think we thought about all week was that win, and didn't know what I feel like that again this week.
Yeah.
So it was really important for us to get the win, and we've got it, and good feeling.
No, you scored a try at the crucial time, right at the death of the first half. That gave the boys a momentum, did it, to go in the second half?
Definitely. Yep. After that, I think it gave the boys a good lift.
Now, you seem to enjoy yourself out there, because 1 or 2 lung-bursting runs, was it just open up for you, or just thought nobody's with me?
I know, it opened up a bit, but I kind of regretted it after I got to the other end.
We could see the hands on the hips after that run.
Yep.
But now, does that stand you in good stead for the remainder of the season?
Yes, definitely. Yep. I think we just need to get the heads down and look forward to next week.
Yeah.
Try and get a win again next week, another bonus point.
Rory Sutherland there, the Gala prop. I'm going to bring in George Graham now, the Gala coach. George, we talked before the game. You said, do you know what, Stuart, I've had a word with the forwards today. Just the game plan. Was that game plan your game plan today, and it's worked out beautifully?
Well, as I said to you before the game, we said he'd obviously want to play a type of game, but the weather would have an impact on how it was. And I told all the forwards in no uncertain terms before the game that I wasn't happy with the performance last week. I thought they let everybody down. I thought they let themselves down. I thought they let themselves down as a unit. Gave them a bit of a talking to, and I let them know that that's what I expected them. And I think they delivered today. I thought the front row, Ewan McCullen, Callum, especially Rory, outstanding. He's got to be one of the fastest props in Scotland, and I think he's got a great future ahead of him once he learns his trade a wee bit more.
He's certainly.
But he's definitely a hangway. They are good lads. But in terms of how we want to play the game, the conditions dictated what we wanted to do, and I think we maybe played a wee bit better than what they did, but we never played as well as what I wanted them to. I think we could have controlled the ball, but at the end of the day, take it, no making excuses. The conditions are horrendous. The ball's like a bar of soap, the rain's pelting down. You're always going to get knock-ons. There was some big collisions that were making the ball spill, but I think by and large, I think we controlled the ball a wee bit more than they did, and if I'm being honest with you, never really threatened. Disappointing to cough up that try at the end by just silly hands when we were trying to just get a wee bit more, because I think at the end of the day it could all come down to points difference, and that's every time we get a sniff at the line we're going to have to take it. But when you're pushing that hard and the ball doesn't go away, that's ultimately a team like Accies. They're great speed in the back line, and they managed to score a try.
No, before the game we didn't talk about bonus point wins, George, but you could see what it meant when Palapoi crashed over right at the death there for the 4th crucial try. I mean, all the players, it was like winning the cup for them.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as they winning the cup, Stuart, but yeah, I understand that sentiment. For me, we know how far it is. I respect Melrose hugely, and as I said to you before the game, they potentially can get 15 points. We've got 4 games, we potentially get 20. Now we've got 5 today, they've only got 4. We've cut the deficit to 1. They've still got 2 games, we've got 3 against Stirling. Up in Stirling is going to be a monumental task. Away at Hoy is going to be a huge task, and then we've got a massive game against Ayr at the end of the season. Now we need to amass as many points as we can, potentially try and get in front of Melrose and try and stick ahead, because they'll pick up bonus points with the teams they've got. Curry, I think they've got to come to
they've got Aberdeen as well,
and Aberdeen away, and Aberdeen are no, that'll be a tough ask for them to get anything up there. So both of us have got tough run-ins. We've got another 2 British and Irish Cup teams. We've got our biggest derby match, which is always Hoyk, and they'll be fighting for their lives now because they need to get points. So yeah, there's no easy games, and that's why I'm really pleased. It's not very often I'll show emotion on the sideline, but when OP scored that last try, I was jumping up and down myself.